Okay. These are a real bugger to take apart. So, just trying to make it as easy as possible. Damage a few pieces of wood in the process, but that's okay. That's a good looking piece of wood right there. Yeah, they don't usually come apart so easily. Must be because you're watching. That's what I typically deal with. I think I'll turn this one into one of my wine holders. Let's go do that. Okay, so I hate to be redundant. But I made a wine holder a few videos back, inspired by a video by these fellas that call themselves fishing over chicks, fish over chicks, something like that. Anyways, yeah, I did that and I thought to myself, there must be a way to make that look a little bit cooler. So I was playing with the idea this morning, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna take one of these newly acquired 2x6s and we are going to make a fancier type of wine holder. I don't quite know how we're gonna make it, but we'll use the same concept. It'll be 9 inches long. We'll cut 40-inch angles at the ends, and then we'll drill in a 1-inch hole in the center of it, and hopefully it'll balance with the wine bottle in there. That will be the plan. I'm going to go ahead and cut off some of these damaged parts right here. I got to cut this one right here, and then we'll have this whole piece to play with. Let's see how it goes. I might as well cut my 40-inch angle. All right. And you know I like to leave my screw holes so that people can appreciate the fact. Well, not that anybody looks at this stuff, but just so that I can appreciate the fact that's made out of pallet wood. Makes me very happy. Where is my, there it is. I was about to get very upset. So 9 inches. So we got our cut right there. Now, let's see how we want to cut this. Okay, now what if I went ahead and just did like a little S motion. I'm going to try to leave about a 4-inch width on this thing. Okay. And if this one comes back over this way, I'll just follow this curve to the best of my ability, which is very limited ability. All right. So I think something like that might be kind of cool. What do you think? So just want to make sure we have enough. I might have do this too far to the side, but we'll see if we can cut a hole maybe around over here, and that way it's a little bit more centered on the bottom. But we'll see how it works out. Okay, so check this out. I watched a video about this, how to properly use a skill saw. Apparently I never knew, but I was trying to cut angles and stuff with kind of just this basic straightforward blade. I keep saying skill saw, I mean my jigsaw, right? And this dude's like, go out and invest in some decent blades, and some of these blades are specific for cutting circles. And I used this thing before, and it is incredible. Cuts it straight, it doesn't angle. It's just put it in there, let it cut, take its time, don't push it, don't force it, and it'll give you a great cut. You see, if I cared about looking smart, I'd go back and change that, but I really don't care. So I got this. I'm gonna grab my gloves just for grins and giggles. All right, jigsaw, skill saw. You know what? They cut wood, so who cares, right? So go ahead and cut this thing, nice and easy. Okay, so before I go too far, I'm going to drill a hole in this and see if it will hold the bottle of wine. Okay, now what's going to look better? Like this or like this? I think I like it better like this because I think that has more of a flare to it on the bottom. I think that makes more sense, like it's coming out of the ground. So what I want to do is put a hole right around there, and I'm gonna want it so that it's a little bit centered with the bottom. So I'm gonna come over to the left a little bit. I'm just gonna come down a little bit, just like that. Okay, I'll go find my hidden bottle of wine. Shh, don't tell anybody. See if this works. Ta-da! Okay, so our proportions are good enough to work. So let's go out and flapper disc this baby down. Here we got our flapper sander. Little flapper wheel on my grinder. Oh, I'm gonna go get my face mask. I'm not breathing all this dusty stuff. I ran out of face masks, so my kids gave me one of their old pajamas. I cut out the leg. Check this out. Just check this out. See if I can get my big old melon through there. All right. Look at that. I look all gangster, don't I? Well, here we go. of course, if you like the more just modern look of having a sleek, flat surface, you don't need to grind it up with the flapper sander, but I like the look. I like rounding the edges with it, and just making it look a little bit more country, I guess. So that's what we'll do. We'll come back in a minute. There we go. Okay, and next we'll just use some 2020 grit. Hand sand this down. Smooth her out a little bit. Doesn't need to be perfect. All right, let's see how this turns out here. We have fire. Fancy. Just a quick brush to get off the charcoal. Knock off some of that charcoal, by golly. Okay. That looks pretty good. Okay. Now, we're not going to stain it. We're just going to throw a coat of polyurethane on there. I love the way that looks. Okay, I think this is looking pretty good. This is actually, my wife is going to a birthday party with her Lithuanian friends, and she's going to take a bottle of wine. And this is just going to complement her gift, I hope. Lithuanians really like natural, earthy and woodsy things. They like their mushrooms. But maybe I should have made this shape like a mushroom. No, I couldn't have done that. But I hope that they like this. And if they don't, at least they got a bottle of wine, right? Okay, so we'll just go ahead and get our coating of polyurethane on there. And we'll see how it looks after she dries, okay? Over and out.